Now let's get you breaking updates coming in. A delegation of protesters met the UGC officials. They were assured that their grievances will be put forward to the government, and they have also been given 15 days for that. After the protesters left the spot, they've reiterated that if their demands are not met, they will protest again. So there have been a lot of tremors over the new UGC rules, and my colleague Shivam joins us on the broadcast with the details. The visuals are on the screens. Adib is also with us. Shivam, the protesters going to the UGC, and this is amid a lot of anger that we're seeing against the new rules. There has been a lot of debate over these new rules as well. Take us through what this protest was about and what the UGC officials have told or assured the protesters.
So Pratibha, around 11 today in the morning, at the front gate of the UGC was completely barricaded because there were news of certain protesters coming in. When they came, they raised certain slogans and they were asking for the rollback of this new UGC policy. Their allegation was that this policy, which intends to curb down the cases of discrimination in education institution, is in fact discriminatory to the unreserved category. Their entire point was in the definition of discrimination against any particular society, any particular identity, why general category is not mentioned, and does UGC or the Ministry of Education believe that there is no discrimination that happens or can happen against the people from the unreserved category. The protest happened for over 1 hour, where there were slogans being raised. Some of the people also chanted certain shlokas as well. And after that, a delegation from that protesters went inside to meet the UGC official. The meeting went on to for some 20-25 minutes, when they had a word with all the senior officials, and according to all these protesters who came out, they said that the UGC officials assured them that although all these policies are made in line with Supreme Court, with the committees that are in happen, but still, if there are any grievances, it will be put forward in front of the ministry, all the officials, all the ministers, and then some solution could be worked upon too. The ministry said that within 15 days, there would be some response from the UGC side as well. So after coming out, these protesters have also said that, okay, if they have been given 15 days, we will wait for 15 days. But after that, we will again, if the demands are not met, we will be again back on the ground.
Okay, all right. Do stay with us. Let's talk about what is the aim behind bringing these new UGC rules. It is on paper to ensure equity, inclusion and dignity on campuses. The move is to prevent discrimination of any kind and to protect the rights of the SC, ST and OBC students in the campuses across the country. Bringing in mandatory equity committees and also 24/7 grievance helpline to ensure that there is a redressal for the complaints in a time-bound manner. And this new rule would apply to the government as well as the private institutions as well. But many have raised an objection to it. Critics have said that it could be misused, that it is unfair. So let's talk about what the critics are saying about it. The critics argue that these rules are prioritizing SC, ST and OBC category students because it does not mention explicitly any protection for the students in the general category, and that there is a selective focus on discrimination, creating unequal framework, and saying that overall it is quite discriminatory in nature. My colleague Adib is also on the broadcast with us. And Adib, some protest was also sparked off with an official in Bareilly also submitting his resignation, saying that this is unfair. And there has been a lot of debate around it as well, with many saying that while it speaks about the discrimination against the SC, ST and OBC students, it does not mention students in the general category at all.
Well, certainly, Pratibha, and that's the main reason the city magistrate of Bareilly, who has resigned from his post, Alankar Agnihotri, he was the first one in Uttar Pradesh to resign from his post. And in fact, after his resignation, there were massive protests by a number of groups. They were protesting throughout the day in multiple districts against the UGC, and they were simply demanding that UGC should make some amendments in this bill. They are saying that we are not completely against it, but there are certainly some amendments that need to be made, and that's the reason they have been protesting. They have been submitting memorandum, and now what we are learning is that the UGC has given a 15 days of time where they're going to review this. They are saying that we have heard what these protesting bodies they have to say, and in fact in Bareilly, we saw a massive uproar after the city magistrate, who is also the UPC's officer, Alankar Agnihotri, he resigned from his post. He cited two reasons. First was that how there was some alleged misbehavior with the Shankaracharya in Prayagraj, and then second he goes on to say that there is a discrimination being done with Brahmins by the UGC bill. So these are the allegations that Alankar Agnihotri raised after he submitted his resignation, and in fact he also leveled serious allegations against the district magistrate of Bareilly also. But now UGC has clarified that they are giving 15 days of time to the protesters, and in fact the protesters have also said that in this period of 15 days we are going to wait for the UGC for their reply. Pratibha.
Okay, all right. Adib and Shivam, thank you for joining us with all those details. 15 days, that's the time that the protesters have been given. UGC saying that we will be looking at these complaints and will be informing the government of the same. With that, a quick break. We'll be right back. To stay with us.
The union budget is more than just numbers.
It's a